offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The headsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the headsmen has led them to be tagged the fourth most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor, Atiku Bagudu, said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves. Roots TV, Nigeria.
Okay. That was in 2021. That was when that video came out explaining the 100 billion naira contract that the federal government of Nigeria went into with the terrorists and rape and have more weapons. So from that time that they were given 500 billion naira, how far have they done well with the money? And how many of you have been kidnapped? Before they were given the 100 billion contract, they were not up to 1,000. The AK-47 they had available to them were not up to 500. So with the 500 billion naira, with the 100 billion naira contract, they were able to multiply their weapons, to acquire more RPG, to acquire more AK-47, and to invade more communities at will. I salute everyone, and you're all welcome to this very program. I salute our leaders that have lived before us, and I salute those that have come to continue what our leaders fought for. I salute our leaders of old and present, our heroes of old and of present. I salute all Biafrans who are standing their ground to this very day. I salute our APM. I salute BRGIA. I salute the Biafra Defense Forces and you beautiful Biafrans doing the needful on a daily basis. Biafran people had declared lockdown Biafra territory 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19th of December 2025. And since then, some people are crying because they heard about our lockdown. We wish to make it very clear for some people that do not understand that the lockdown of Biafra land against Nigerian terrorist presence has actually helped the brains of Biafrans to be conscious of the terrorist invasion since 2001. The lockdown that Biafrans observe on Mondays and occasionally when many days are pronounced has helped the Biafran people to be security-wise, has helped the Biafran people to stand up to understand the common enemy that they have and be ready and know how to face the reality. So if you are crying because of the sit-at-home of Biafran people, continue to cry. When you finish crying, you will still sit at home. And Nigerian terrorist facilities and their presence in Biafra land will be dealt with and evicted, because the aim is to evict them from Biafra land. Please call your families and friends, educate them, and let them know that someone that his house is on fire, do not run after businesses, do not run after party. What you should run after first is your safety. When you get security properly implemented, then you can go partying. Because if you're going for parties, celebration, and whatever, you may find yourself dead in the hands of the terrorists. And I need not remind us that our brothers and sisters that were massacred in a marriage ceremony in, was it in Owo Mama or whether in Izombe, that happened. They went for a celebration, right? And they were massacred in the marriage ceremony. Is it not so? Was it in Awo Mama or Izombe? Someone should remind me.
Our mama,
Awo Mama, thank you. Okay. So that happened where you were having celebrations. That happened where you were trying to get married. That happened where you were trying to create a new sect of family and a future generations that will come to be. But did you live up to enjoy that future? Did you live up to enjoy that goodness and mercy? Did you live up to enjoy that your beautiful wife and that your beautiful husband, that your beautiful family that you have ever dreamt of? Did you live up to see that your girlfriend that you had admired always? Did you live up to see that your boyfriend you admired always? How many of you even remember those, our kindred today? Nobody remember them again. You've moved on with life. They were the victims of that day. Who will be the victim of tomorrow? It may be you, because today you see yourself as a survivor of the epic center that happened that day. You may be the victim tomorrow. This is not time for you to abandon the reality and then start running into where they say they are doing celebration, or they are doing party, or they are doing this and doing that. No. This is time for security consciousness. If the terrorists in Nigeria has the boldness to come out and announce that the same way they carried out Christmas genocide on the Christians in Nigeria in 2023 eve of the Christmas, that the same way they repeated it in 2024 eve of the Christmas, that they are going to repeat it in 2025. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That is why I had to play the other video before, where you got to understand who emboldens these terrorists, who strengthens them, who gives them the weapons they have, who gives them the strength, how did they become this strong, who brought them to be this very formidable and having at their disposal all the weapons necessary to kill people without nobody going after them. Who gave it to them? Who supplies them? Have you all asked yourself how these terrorists procure the patrol truck that they use? Have you asked yourself how they procured the machine gun that they put, which is mounted on the patrol truck, which you have to turn that machine 360 degrees to be able to fire at any range? How did the terrorists procure that? Who supplied it to them? From which company did they get it? And from which custom services did they collect such that it now got to them? Did these people develop wings from the sky or from heaven? And also develop these machines from heaven, then got them situated inside the Sambisa forest? No. The 100 billion naira that you heard me play from that video, which Nigerian government entered into contract to pay them, to pay the Boko Haram terrorists, a contract that was signed. From that 100 billion naira, why can't sophisticated supplies come in? So this program is to wake some people up and ask you, the Boko Haram terrorists is not going to come to only Benue. They are not going to come to only Plateau. They are not going to come to only Borno. Not Niger State alone. Not Zamfara. Not Adamawa. Not Kanu. Not Kaduna. They are coming to all your states and all your villages and communities. So, as a Biafran, are you still sleeping? How are you getting prepared? Or you just want to go into your house, do as if you are not aware of what is happening. Then when it is on that day that they have come and slaughter you, you now come out and start crying. That is the cry of a dying horse. While you will be crying, the terrorists will be enjoying your cry. Yes, they will be enjoying your cry because they have already mapped out their plans on the day and how they want to carry out their execution. So the message is very clear now that it is not new. It is a repetition and a pattern of wiping you out the same way it has been done since 2023 December, because now they make it as if it is a feast or sacrifice to their terrorist group, that they will come and wipe you out in your community on the eve of the Christmas. But you need to know those that supply them the weapons and those that give them the template and the mandate to carry this out. It is the Nigerian government. And after knowing that well, what are you doing to curtail the menace? What are you doing to repel the terrorists? What are you doing so that you don't come out that day gnashing your teeth and wailing, packing the dead bodies of your babies, women, and children? It is a call to action. It is a wake-up call. It is a red alarm that everyone should wake up. If you're not supporting your freedom as a Biafran, then you may be the next victim. Yes. This is not as before, that everybody turned it to NNAMDI KANU Biafra, IPOB thing. That is how people used to call it before. Now the terrorist is ravaging every nooks and cranny. But I found it very appalling to see that all of you that claims to be professors, master's degree holders, BSc, bachelors of all kinds, NCE, ND, HND, which other degree should I even call, sir? Where I never hear of the name before. Maybe the one where uncertified or unpronounced qualification. Because now for only Nigeria, now you know, say, they get the best of certification, and they have the best of brains. Hmm? You go to America, they say they are doing well. You go to UK, they say Nigerians are doing well. You go to Europe, they say Nigerians are doing well. They are experts. They are in top positions. You go to Asia, you hear the same thing. But it is still you that is the most stupid. With all your certifications and qualifications, with all your certifications and qualifications, with all your certifications and qualifications, Boko Haram still get power past you, still get sense past you. The Fulani terrorists get sense past you. So all the school where you go is useless. All certificates you have is useless. Because if Boko Haram does not go to school, but they know the tactics they resolve to use to come and kidnap you and to invade your community and to maim, rape women and children, cut pregnant babies into two, cut the babies into two as well. But you are the person that say you own companies. You have so much money. You go to school. You study law. You study medicine. You study agriculture. You study the engineering. You study this one. You study that one. You study the security architect. You study political science. You study. Waiting una no study. Which certificate we una no get as Nigerians? Show me one certificate that Boko Haram terrorists have. Show me one certificate that the Fulani terrorists have. I want to see only one certificate of Fulani terrorists with the school they attend and the pattern of reasoning and what they have acquired in their IQ. Just show me one. But they are the ones outnumbering you. They are the ones outsmarting you. All the school you go, all the money you make is useless if you cannot use your common sense. Boko Haram is using their common sense. Common sense! They don't go to school. They don't even need you to come and read English for them. They don't need you to come and teach them the hypothesis that you have to carry out in the laboratory to be able to explain something. They don't want to understand what is atom. They don't want to know a chemistry. They don't want you to teach them physics. But is it not the Boko Haram terrorists that are giving you notice that they are coming for you? They are coming to come and get that your money that you make from being a professor and a doctor and an engineer. And then as you hear it, what are you doing? You're shivering. With all the certificates you have and all the school where you go, you don't know what to do so that you counter the terrorists, so that you can bring them down. No, the terrorists will still make this announcement and finish, and then you will just stay and wait, and then they will come and invade and then maim, rape, destroy the community, and then take everybody out. And you will do nothing. You will only grumble. You will only make noise. Same way they did in 2023, eve of December. Same way they did in 2024, eve of December. Same way they have given you another notice now that they are coming in 2025. When you go to the media, you see them just talking. You see them just doing social media nonsense. They don't know how to come together and then fund their own freedom. Today is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday. We are calling on all Biafrans who wants their babies, women, and children to be alive. Come and fund your freedom. Come and fund your freedom. Fund your freedom from the terrorists that are ravaging your communities. Fund your freedom, except you want to be one of the victims of tomorrow that will be wiped out by the terrorists. So, everybody should wake up. Oh. Wake up if you want to be free. If you don't want to be free, continue yabbing your mouth like incoherent almajiris. Yet, they will say cut you off. The terrorists are regrouping and they are strategizing. Before they even made the announcement, they have sent over 500, 300, 200 into your communities already. They have been excavating since the past 3 months because they don't just wake up and then go and strike anyhow. They have to plan. Send them round, send them round. That is why they have been doing series of kidnapping, raping and maiming and invasion of communities for the past 6 months. How many numbers have you recorded? You recorded over 600,000, right? Or over 6,000 from the report that we saw. That was even in this, was it the second quarter to the second quarter of the year? First and second quarter of the year. Now, have you calculated what has come to happen in the third and in the fourth that we are in? You've not calculated. You've not calculated. Over 300 babies that were kidnapped in Niger school. Up to now, your government have done nothing about it. And the parents are in their houses. They have not seen their babies. They have not seen their babies. How many days counting? About 23 or 24 days now counting. You've not seen your babies. So the terrorists have kidnapped, maimed, raped, collected so much money from the past 9 months now. And before they make this announcement, they're telling you that they are fully ready. They have so much money that they have collected already from you, from kidnapping, from the Nigerian government, from all of you that are professors and senators and ministers and rich men that pay a ransom to the terrorists. Rich men that pay ransom to the terrorists, and then the terrorists are using the same money to do what? To come after them. So, rich men that are stupid, rich men that do not know how to use their brain, rich men who only go to work and then they work in the biggest of companies, and then from those companies they make millions, and then terrorists will kidnap you, and then you go and pay all the money to them. Then they still use the money to prepare and come back to kidnap you. This December, even before, as you hear the December eve, it's not just going to be on the eve that they will strike. They will strike before then. So it is a wake-up call to everybody to wake up, to face the needful, and to know that it is not business as usual. I salute everyone. We are here to create awareness and to let those that are sleeping to wake up. If you like, you continue to sleep. NNAMDI KANU said, I won't be there when they are coming for you, when they will rape your women, babies, and children. That is what he said. Is he here now? No, he's not here now. When he made the announcement, some of you were laughing at him. Now that it is happening, is he here now? He is not here now. Let me look for that video and play. Co-host, please pick the mic as I look for that video to play for everybody to hear. I salute all of you. They will from here. And we need a second co-host, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, my honorable information minister, for hosting us today. And we, the Biafran people, appreciate you a lot. And we're saying thank you for all that you're doing for the Biafran people. May Chukwuka Abiyama continue to bless and guide your footsteps. Yeah, Biafrans, day one, you guys are welcome on today's space. Our information minister is hosting us today, and we know whenever our information minister hosts us like this, those spaces used to be bombed. So today we are here to create awareness regarding the 5-day sit at home that has been mapped out by the Biafra de facto government in Homeland and the Biafra Defense Forces in making sure that all these terrorists that are being pushed from the Sahel into our land are being pushed back. That is for the benefit of every reasonable Biafran as we speak to adhere to these information, because at the end of the day, the enemy will still be the people that will use you as an example to the world, trying to blackmail the activities of the Biafran people, saying that they are the ones committing those atrocities. But we all know, and the international community and the whole world knows, that the Biafra movement have always been a peaceful movement. What we are doing, we are only trying to protect our life, which is our right, our undeniable right, yes, as a living being. So, and there's no way in the world that is stated that for you to defend yourself, is an offense or maybe a crime. And then the world also knows the aggressors. The Nigerian terrorist government are the aggressors, and they have been plotting for years or decades and centuries to take over our land and then soak their Quran into the Atlantic Ocean. But we, the Biafran people, have only been the people that have been pushing these Islamist extremists back from time immemorial. That makes it very hard for them today to conquer the so-called Nigeria, and that should be a plus to the Biafran people for standing for what is just and right, and not just following the narrative of the oppressors. So we are telling every Biafrans home and abroad, if you know that you're in diaspora, you can pick up your phones, sorry, and then start calling your families, your loved ones, your siblings, your friends back home, and give them this concrete information, because it is only on the Biafran Republic Government in Exile media platform that you always get your authentic news and authentic information. So whatever information that you are seeing out there, so other information that you might be seeing out there that will be countering the opinion of the Biafra de facto government in homeland, you know that that person or those people are your enemies, because they have been killing you for decades. They have been chopping up your head. They have been, harvesting your organs, and we all can see today all over social media. They discovered harvest an organ and hospital or something. Well, I don't know what they call it, the butcher house and abattoir, where they disembark the bodies of the innocent citizens and cut away with their organs and sell it to the international community. Recently, all over the world. And recently, we saw one again. They have discovered one again in Benin. They have discovered another abattoir where the Islamic extremist influenced government of Nigeria are investing the organs of their own citizens, the people that they sworn to protect. They are now selling them to, So it's for the benefit of every one of us. It's for the benefit of every one of us to make sure that we adhere to this instruction. Because if you fail to adhere to this instruction, whatever you see on those daisies, you hold yourself accountable. So, and we should also not forget that whatever we are doing for the interest of the Biafran people, also our supreme leader that has been sentenced to life imprisonment unjustly in the so-called Nigeria Islamist country, because Nigeria is an Islamist country, whether you believe it or not, because they're already practicing and their Sharia. You are there, thinking that maybe you're in the same country with these people. No, they have already, erected their own caliphates, and they are using that caliphate now to fight us. So that is what they are doing. So they have built a very strong caliphate with the resources from your land, and also some few international support that they are getting from some, Arab countries, as we all know. You understand? So, but we keep pushing them back, and this time around, we want to destroy that caliphate. So every other Nigerians that have been caged or captured under their caliphate in the northern region will be freed at the end of the day. So that is the purpose of the Biafran people, and that is the reason why they are doing what they are doing. They are doing it for the sake of humanity and to uphold human rights. So that is what we are doing. And so we don't want more in that union. We want out, because Nigeria has been designated as a country of particular concern, which makes it a failed state, because when a country is being designated a country of particular concern, that means that that state has failed, that the government is not capable of handling it. So external forces like the United States of America can be able to come in to see how to help the people over there. So we all know how it all came about and how it's going now. But at the end of the day, I'm assuring every one of you, it is going to be success, because if you can analyze and keep following what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing in Washington, D.C., and what is happening in Nigeria today regarding the United States of American congressmen and women, you will know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that the Nigerian terrorist government, they will never disappoint. They will still act foolishly the way they normally act, and Biafra will be free at the end of the day. So my information minister, sir, I don't know, maybe if you have found the video, if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're close to the mic. I can use now for you to play, sir.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see.
Confirmation if you need one. I think Abubakar said it yesterday. Today is being confirmed that ISIS is coming, not just Boko Haram, but the real bad people that are coming. They need access to the oil, and they will get it to secure the financial base for their continued expansion within the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. The zoo is seen as pivotal, and Biafra land is where the resources that they're looking for is lying in. They don't trust Buhari anymore. Buhari was their godfather, they no longer trust him. I mean, Boko Haram in this instance. Buhari, they thought would give them Sharia immediately. Buhari saying, I don't belong to anybody. From that day, they intensified their bombing. Some of you cannot reason, you cannot see very well because you're blind. But at least you're lucky. You are listening to Radio Biafra. Very, very lucky indeed. I'm telling you the truth. Or else, I can not go fufu in your blindness. It is that darkness we've come to shed light on that you can see properly. If they enter the zoo, I will not command this army. And I need guns and I need bullets. I have the men. I need guns and I need bullets. That's all we need. And then we'll win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us. You think we are joking? They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying. You think we are joking? They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying. Or these are Awasa groups, and you are not to think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Biafra land will be decimated unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All this, and then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped. Your sisters will be married off as slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down.
Thank you, Onyendu. When you told them they did not take you serious. Now that it's happening to them now, you are not here for them.
You see on those days.
Slaves. I'm telling you that now. Right as I speak, write it down. Don't it. And then we win. I have been sounding this warning. I've been telling you, you think we are joking. They are coming. Your mothers will be raped.
You see on those days.
Unless we equip this army to defend us. If we don't equip our army to defend us, in other words, if we don't march this year, it will be very difficult for us to recover. Forget all this nonsense. All these so-called pro-Biafra groups you're saying, Awasa brought them out to confuse you. Awasa brought them out. That is why they cannot say what we are saying. You think we are joking? They are coming. Your mothers will be raped.
8 p.m.
25, they are giving you another announcement that they are coming for you. Professors and doctors and bishops and engineers and rich people in Nigeria and top degree holders, company owners. You people are the most foolish people that I've ever seen in this life. Boko Haram no go school. They no get companies. But now them they control your brains. Now them they decide how you live. You go make money finish. Boko Haram, they sleep inside bush. But you claim to sleep under AC. You claim to sleep where the house is very fine with a very big mocha foam. Boko Haram don't sleep on mocha foam. They sleep on the mat. But they are the ones planning on how to come and take you down, who is a rich man and has attended all levels of education in this life. Yet you don't have brain. Boko Haram is the one planning to come and take you down, and you're there looking at yourself. Biafrans, support your freedom and be security conscious. Remember 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 of December. It is lockdown in Biafra land to the eviction of the existence of Nigerian terrorists in Biafra land and all their facilities. And it is a time where you have to stay 2 kilometers away from every facilities of Nigeria so that you don't become a victim of any circumstance that will happen. Because the structural engineers of Biafra will be out to restructure some structures in Biafra land. Any structure that is not glorifying Biafra will be restructured. So, observe this at home with every good mind. Yes. I salute everyone. And remember that our fundraising will start by 7 p.m. Biafra time today and our town hall meeting tomorrow. So keep in mind, support. That is the only way you can be able to repel these terrorists that have given you quick notice that they are coming for your heads. It is not time to say, I want to go to the market and buy something. No, it is time for you to secure yourself first before you think of buying and selling. They will to my people. Please, we need a second co-host to assist Toti. Thank you very much. And please, co-host, when people come to the mic, keep them within the confines of the topic. Yeah, because there are some people that will come in and try to drag you out of the focal point of your discussion. So keep them within the topic so that we can achieve the aim of this very awareness. Thank you so much. Mazin Kudinamba, you can go ahead. I think Toti is not reachable to the mic now. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister, for information. Thank you, Honorable Sonia. But I will thank you for your good work for the Biafran people. Our Honorable APM, we recognize your presence, sir. Yes, thank you so much for all you are doing. More grace to ever, sir. And all the ministers and the comrades and ladies, friends of Biafrans, I greet you all. Yes, a man whose land is under siege does not marry. A man whose house is on fire does not just rat either. Yes, the time we are now, our land is under siege. The most important thing for us to do as people who are humanistic life valued is to protect our women and children, is to secure our land, is not to marry, not to chase rats or buying designers or showing cars and mansions. It's the time to contribute to fund those men and women who have volunteered their lives to defend us, to secure our land. I think that is the right thing every human being, reasonable human being, should do at this point in time. You know, imagine where you are in your land, strangers, strangers, attack strangers, enemy come to give you quick notice, come they warn you that they are coming. Will you go and sit back and begin to plan how you want to sell, how you want to buy? Is it because the war that is ongoing, BDF refused to allow the enemy to push them and tell them where to fall? Rather, we are pushing them and tell them where to fall. That is why they refuse to accept the conventional war for you to be safe. If not, had it been if there is a conventional war where you be everywhere will be, would you think about going to a business? Would you think about going to that buying and selling, or going to a party, or going to a church, or going to school, or going to whatever you think you are going? We must understand something. And this sit at home is very important in many reasons. Apart from injecting the zoo presence out of Biafra territory, several times when BDF are confronting these terrorists, they will run into the market and use our people to do human shield. You know, as those who are humanistic life values, who know the rule of engagement, they can't fire. They can't, because they are not terrorists, because they are there to protect the people. They are there to protect life, properties, except the enemies who have come to say that the people will not live in our land, and they will not live either. So sit at home is there for you to enable them a conducive environment to go after the terrorists. That is why you must obey the sit at home. We are not here to beg you. We are here to inform you. Nobody is begging you to sit at home. We are here to inform you, which is what we need to do. To remind you, the importance is for everything is for your own good. Those who are your enemy are those who will come out to tell you, trying to bring one thing or the other to tell you to speak against the sit at home. See the person instant as your enemy. Anybody who will utter any word against the sit at home, the person is your enemy. Your enemy, not worries about it. Whatever they want to tell you, where all this while, they can't protect you. They can't go after the terrorists. Then those who are doing something to protect you, they will come and pretend. When have they started loving you? When will the zoo and their agents started loving you to castigate it at home, to speak against it at home? Those who are speaking against it are your worst enemy. And you must understand that all you're doing now is to sacrifice for a better tomorrow. Is to sacrifice for a better tomorrow. If you fail to do what you are asked to do now by the de facto government, yes, which also the BDF Biafra government in exile support it. Support it. The federal government have declared the sit at home, yes, through the office of the BDF general. So, and the Biafra government in exile support it in full. We support it. That is what the right thing to do. So any Biafrans all over the world, You have to support it, and not just supporting it with your mouth only. You have to donate to fund those who are defending your land, and also those who are doing the international engagement for our recognition. Today is our fundraising. Tonight, it may be according to your timing, your location. Here is night. Night is our fundraising. We must be there. We must be there. This time is not time of buying a design. That money you want to use by a designer, bring it. Do the right thing at the right time. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Because anybody who skip doing the right thing at the right time, the person is foolish. You don't go and begin to buy designer to marry when your land is under siege, when your women are being kidnapped and raped, when terrorists and your butches terrorizing you, warning you, giving you notice, and you want to go and buy designer, you want to go and buy car, you want to flex. No, 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 no. In fact, if you do that, that means you deserve what is happening to you. You deserve what is happening to you. We must not act foolishly. We must act like wise people who that we are. Do the right thing at the right time. Let us come together tonight and remind others, share the message, share the fundraising notification right now. Remind others. Those who don't know how to do, direct them to the Lagos liaison so that they will be able to do it and send their receipt. We must do the right thing. This time around is not time for marriage. It's not time for party. It's not time for this. Somebody was talking about buying Christmas for clothes for their children. I say, if the children have something to eat, can't you be okay with that? And make sure that you fund those who are protecting their lives. Do you want when those children, when they kidnap you, begin to cry, hey, money, money. If you don't see the money, they will kill them. Is that what you want? It's better you act wisely like wise people, if you truly are. So my people, please, it is our duty to, like I told you last time, this war, we're all our warriors. We are divided into two. If your boot is not on ground, your money must be those funding the logistics needed to defend you. For example, if there is attack in 10 locations and those who volunteer to defend you and I, what they have is enable them to be in 5 locations. What happened to the remaining 5 locations? They will be vulnerable. There will be no defense. There will be nobody going there for them because the zoo can never be there. They are not there to protect you. They are there to facilitate the Islamization, Islamization. They are facilitating their movement. They are enabling them. They are covering them, according to T.Y. Danjuma, who said, I quote, the armed forces are not neutral. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude with armed bandits and terrorists. They facilitate their movement. They cover them. If you are waiting for them to protect you, you will all die. Unquote. That was from the former chief of armed forces, Nigeria, chief of army staff, who know better than you and I, who know things we don't know, come out to tell you this. Then, if you don't agree with that one being said by our leader, Mazdanakan, and of us here, then why can't you agree with that one, who he was once the chief of army staff? He tell you that the armed forces, they are no longer the armed forces you know, that they are now helping the terrorists. They are now working with the terrorists, which is evidently obvious. He said, whenever you see kidnapping, you go small, you see the army checking points. I tell you that all the armed groups we have in our land, all of them have their group in bushes that are kidnapping for them. They're outside, monitoring for them. They're outside giving them information, So they are making it as a business. They kidnap, they harvest organ for Britain. They harvest organ for Brigade Foundation. They harvest organ for Arab. Last time one Fulani boy, around 18 years or 15, was arrested in Opanam. They asked him, what are you taking in the body of the people you're killing? Say, kidney. How much did they say the kidney? They said 25,000. 25,000 naira. Kidney. So they began hunting the kidney of our people, Obasanjo created SARS and Britain funding SARS solely to harvest organ. And to tell you that they know, Obasanjo know what they created them for. The station, the SARS only operate in Biafra land and the Lagos State, where they help Biafrans, hawking businesses. To date, Abba Kyari led SARS for 10 years in Lagos. A guy who was a Cameroon guy who visited with Joshua, who later it was a setup to be killed. You know, the guy said 6 months he spent in that station under Abakiare. Every night, at least 2 people are being moved to be slaughtered. You think that they're releasing them? They slaughter them in back of the station. When their people find them come, they'll say they send them to Krikri. They'll go to Krikri there. They will not see them. This is under Abakiare. Check that 6 months the guy stay. Let's say every day 2 persons, but he said at least. But check that 6 months. Let's say two persons for 6 months. Then calculate it for that 10 years. That man led SARS. Then they moved to Okozo SARS. The tiger base they are talking about today is the same SARS. The same SARS, tiger base. That's it. Everybody have been taken. I'm asking people, it's not only talking about tiger base. Many people are coming on social media, they talk about the tiger base, only talking. No, that's not enough. Because you must be foolish to be calling the same government or the same military or police or any armed carrier under Nigeria who are doing the same thing to come and protect you or to come and dismantle that tiger base. No, if you're doing that, you're senseless. Only the Biafra Defense Forces can do that. And how will they do that? Are they going to do it with their urine or with their bare hand? They need you and I to fund, to enable them the needed logistics to do so. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister for Information and Biafrans. It is our duty to do what is right. Remember, it's good to do the right thing, but best or better when done at the right time. It's good to do the right thing, better when done at the right time. Thank you so much. Co-host, you have the mic.
Yeah, and thank you very much, Mazi Nkudinamba, for that your wonderful submission. You know, all the atrocities that you just spelled out there, the atrocities of the Nigerian terrorist government against we, the Biafran Christians, and also the Christians in the Middle Belt and the northern region. And that is the reason why we, the Biafran people, are gathering like this all the time, and making the international community understand, and also try to bring our brothers close, those that are Biafrans close, for them to come and understand what we are doing as a people. We are not against anybody. What we are doing here is for the betterment of every Biafra and humanity at large. And I feel and I believe it's a very just cause for every reasonable human being on this planet Earth to fight to safeguard their lives. So, just as you said, our brothers and sisters, we know we need to fund whatever we are doing. Now that the international community have especially, taking interest in what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing, and also what is happening in that so-called contraption called Nigeria. I think now is the time for us to step up our game, so the international community will understand that these people are very serious and they are determined to get their freedom. Everything boils down on funding. We know we also have our own personal role to play, but it all boils down on the chamber. So that is why the Biafran Republic government in exile is calling out to every Biafrans out there, for every one of us to come together now and take advantage of what is currently happening in Nigeria, because Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is dead and gone. And I don't think they will recover from this blow that the Biafran Republic government in exile has given to them in Washington, D.C. I don't believe the Nigerian terrorist government will survive this blow, because they are feeling it and they are not hiding it anymore. You know, in the beginning, even when our prime minister was still here with us before he was, unjustly imprisoned in Finland, they will be saying IPOB, 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 IPOB. But now they are now calling Biafra Republic government in exile, because they tried to hide the Biafra Republic government in exile to the international community, for the international community not to know that we are doing something serious in creating awareness regarding these atrocities that most of the international communities today are now talking about. But the Briggy, they fought so hard. Biggie fought so hard, and thanks to our lobbyist and our lawyer, our own man Z Elias, that is fighting alongside with our acting prime minister on behalf of the Biafran people in Washington, DC. We also appreciate our own lawyer, our international lawyer, Dabri, for his advice, for his legal advice, and also directions regarding what we are doing politically as the people in Washington and DC. And this is the reason why every one of us need to stand up to support these gentlemen that have left the problem of their own country, that have left the problem of their own family to come and fight for you. The only thing you can do as a reasonable human being is to make sure you continue to encourage them in making sure that the diplomatic work that they are doing in Washington, D.C. keeps moving quick and fast, because there's a language that Donald Trump used the last time. He said it will be fast and swift. That is what we need to give Nigeria and Washington, D.C. as it stands now. We need to give them where it will be very fast and then swift. And at the end of the day, they might not even understand what hit them. And we also want to appreciate our acting Prime Minister, His Excellency Honorable Chikunke, for his wonderful work. He's a wonderful man. You know, those times that they used to, carry rumor about him. They try, because he was not that coming out to speak for the Biafran people to really see through his heart, to know what he represents at this point in time for us. But for the few times now, most of the times now that he has been coming out to speak to the Biafran people, are beginning to see that the Biafran people are not coming back to understand that he is a man that has passion and love for his people. And that is why people like us are still standing behind him in making sure that the torchlight that was handed over to him by our Prime Minister did not go off in our time. And as we can see, by the help of Chukwuemeka Abiyama, things are now falling on things are not falling well in places for we the Biafran people. So please, we should not forget to also continue to pray for our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also our Prime Minister, because we have said it there countless times. The only thing that will bring them out from wherever they are is the momentum that we put out there to the international community for them to act fast and make sure that our leaders are released unconditionally. And that's one of the reasons why we are also telling every one of you to sit at home, because we are not only sitting at home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he was given life sentence in the so-called Shamboli court of
Can anybody hear our
space. He said even those that
co-host again?
No.
Politically and otherwise. That is why we always come here for stand to inform every one of you what will happen, because that was the way when our Supreme Leader was here with us, when he was telling everybody, even telling the Nigerians that a day like this will come. So many people did not believe him until today. Now every one of them are now suffering because they are not slaughtering their women, they are not slaughtering their children, even slaughtering them. Even though, just like when our information minister was giving his opening remark or speech or submission on the space, he said even those that they even allowed to stay in their homes, they don't allow them to come outside, they don't allow them to go to their farms, they even pay tax. You understand? Their female children have now become prostitutes, harlots to the ragtag terrorists. That is what is happening there. They can swing in with their motorbikes at any time to their doorstep, or to where they will just pick the girls there and take them back into the bush and molest them. Sometimes they even kill some of them there. So it's very traumatic for a thing like this to be happening to human beings, because at the end of the day, everybody should understand that we are all human beings and we deserve better. We deserve good life the way the American people are living. We deserve to live. Good thing is good. You understand? So, and that is why we need to make sure we do what we are doing, and also make sure we do it best. And please, if you have not shared the space, please try and then share the space, because we want this space to go viral. And we should also not forget that today is our fundraising, right? My co-host Tutor, today is fundraising Saturday, right? Because
Benny.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, today is our fundraising, and then we all are expected to come in mass. Now is the time for you now to go under that your pillow, bring that out to your wallet, and start bringing those EJ and the J man that are there. They are coming. They are coming. We have been sounding it like a record to every one of you. They are coming, and if we allow these people to take us unaware, before we try to recuperate and get our stand back, many of our women and children by that time might be gone. That is what the Biafran de facto government in homeland doesn't want, and that is what the Biafran Republic government in exile doesn't want, and that is why they are doing what they are doing, making sure that our land, our properties, our women and children are secure. And I believe that's something you need to come and support. For those of you that say that you are philanthropists, I can see so many of you from the Biafran extract on social media. You are giving, you say you're a philanthropist, you are giving millions and billions all over the places. But when it comes to things like this that are keeping those so-called people that you are giving those, you are being so philanthropists to, that are protecting their life and making sure they are still existing as humans, that they have not been, Islamized and enslaved. But you cannot come there through the back door and say, okay, let me see what I can do for you guys. Maybe you can just give us maybe $1 billion, and then we get Biafra for you. And whatever you are doing in that so-called Nigeria, you come to Biafra and then you do it better. You will flourish more better in Biafra. Don't know what you guys now the so-called billionaire Cubana chief, Obi Cubana. You guys see what they are doing to him now. They are seizing all his properties in Abuja one by one. They just seized one recently. Disgraced him, a billionaire, because that your money have no backbone. That your so-called billionaire has no backbone, but Biafra will be your backbone. And instead of you to come here and talk to the people, so they will rescue you from this slavery that you are passing through. How can somebody have money and you are not even free to eat the money in the country that you call your own? Because the other time I saw this Obi Kubana where he was, where he was granted interview, the way he was murmuring. He was a man that called himself Odogu. He does a Dogu Momo. He was murmuring on. What he was doing there was murmuring. He was so afraid. He couldn't speak. But he knows that there is problem, but he cannot speak. But we have people that can speak for him. The Biafran Republic government in exile have been speaking for the Biafran people from time immemorial, and they will continue to speak for them. So come, bring that your money, and the Biafran Republic government in exile will speak for you. The Biafran people will speak for you, and you'll be protected. So that is what we are telling everyone of you there. Please.
My
Yeah,
co-host,
yeah,
APM is on the
yeah.
mic.
So, yeah. Who?
APM is on the mic. APM.
Okay, sorry. I thought I saw him on the request. Sorry.
Good morning from here. Good morning. Thanks everyone, especially Minister of Information, Honorable Sonia Barawa, for this space, you and the entire team, 30 tutors, and everyone here today. Thank you all, Madam Muki, Marazike, David, COS, No, Biafra Lizen, Nancy, Sister Stella. Thanks everyone. We appreciate everything each and every one of you is doing. And for those that we are fighting for that haven't realized it, I don't know when. But this is a serious issue that we need to address. I don't talk too much and I don't like to talk too much. I'm a man of action. I want all of us to have the same spirit like our leaders, our heroes before us. Our leader, Ojukwu, never give up. He fought like a man, like a warrior. Our leader, Philip Efiam, likewise the same thing. And we can also see our leaders in detention for the cause of our freedom. They have never given up nor surrendered. These are men that are born to free their people, men of dignity, those that know what freedom is all about. And I hate biasness. And I also hate educated fools with passion. I don't see the reason why those that we call nomad, those that we look down on, Those that we call all manner of name, they are nobody, they are not educated, they are fools, they are this, they are that. At the end of the day, these nomad Fulani herdsmen, uneducated fools, they are the ones chasing the educated ones around, chasing them out of their homes, raping their women, their daughter, their cattle, goat, and whatever you can name. I hate people like that. Those that claim that they know it all, instead of standing up for their right, standing up for what is right, instead of standing up to defend their land, defend their family. I heard one of our ministers was talking about what is this other food name called Obi Kubana. These are fools that claim to be men, that claim they are man that have no balls to defend his household. Being a rich person don't make you smart or educated. Being a rich person don't make you wise. The wise one know what to do. The wise one know when to go to war. The wise one know when to defend his home. The wise one is somebody who makes sure they provide for their family. If you're a true Biafran and you are one of these wise people, you need to do what is right by saving the motherland. There is this illegitimate man parading himself as a governor in one of the states in Biafra land. This fool called Hope Uzodinma understand that Iran, especially the Iranian regime, the Ayatollah family that migrate from Lebanon, they are the head of the snake. They are the head of all these terrorist groups. Hope Uzodinma did not find the best country in the world to align himself with. Rather, he chose the evil terrorist empire, the head of the snake. We thank God that Hope don't speak for Biafran people. He is not recognized as a governor in Biafra land. Biafra is already redeclared. We are liberating our land. We are liberating, chasing somebody like Hope out of our land. I just want to make it clear that the Biafran people will hold Hope Uzodinma accountable. But it baffles me that we have all these great men that can't even do the needful. If the Fulani terrorist people have happened to be Biafran, by now they could have liberated their land. Then where are these so-called Obi Kubana Kesi? These are not men. And before we condemn people like Obi Kubana, Kesi, and others, we start from those that believe in what we are doing. We start from me and you. When we look at this space today, how many of us here? In less than 2 hours time, we'll be doing our normal exercise of funding our freedom. How many of you here will be in that Zoom to support financially, physically, otherwise, whether you have the Ejima money or not? at least support and encourage those that are donating. How many of you, they were you? How many of you people will be there? Some of you know how to come in public square. Some of you know how to be vocal, to run your mouth, to talk about how we'll be free. But when it comes to when we are supposed to unite and do what is right to fund our freedom, some of you, even in this space, both those that are listening, you will disappear. Who is following who? If you're one of those, you should be ashamed of yourself. What goes around, come around. Whether we are many or few who worship our God, Chukwu Kikabiam, whether we are many or few, we believe in our Lord Jesus Christ and our Heavenly Father who created the heaven and earth. Whether we are many or few, we also believe that in the modern day or in the modern times, the world we live in is built, or the civilization of today is that of Christian and Judaism value. Whether you like it or not, that is the fantastically fact. Whether we are many or not, we will not retreat, we will not surrender. But it will gladden my heart and also gladden the well-meaningful Biafrans to see that all of you here will join and support the exercise of exercising our free will donation towards our freedom that will happen in few hours from now. If you just come to listen, spend 1 or 2 hours in this space today, you can bring out the time to come and support those that are financially contributing. You are a saboteur. You should be ashamed of yourself. It don't matter who you are. We say it the way it is. We speak nothing but the truth. Because we must be free. We must be free. It's our task. We have sworn oath to defend our motherland and to do the best we can to the best of our knowledge. And by the grace of God that created heaven and earth, He will water the seed that we are planted. Please, if you are a Biafran listening, it's not a joke. We are goddamn serious to get our freedom. Our enemy are doing everything they can to undermine our freedom and to weaken our spirit. They are doing everything they can. Are we going to allow them to prevail? Our leader, NNAMDI KANU, the Nigerian terrorist state, all they want him to do is to deny or denounce Biafra in the name of going back to political solution. I wonder where Kanunta is. Evil siblings, where are they? I hope they are happy now. I wonder where all these lawyers that always want to run out to the public square to show their face in camera, to talk trash, knowing that only what we release our leader NNAMDI KANU is by our resistance, is by us doing what we're supposed to do to invade the Nigerian terrorist state, to go harder on them, to force them to negotiate, both negotiating table. You cannot expect fair justice from the court of your oppressor. That is the fantastically fact. And for that reason, And for that reason, we Biafran people, we have to do what we're supposed to do. And what is that we're supposed to do? What we're supposed to do is to go harder. What we're supposed to do, all this saboteur, all this enemy, whoever we're able to lay our hand on, we need to hold whoever it is accountable. Any of this illegitimate governor, whether it's Hope Uzodinma, who is using Tiger Base as a place he used for organ harvesting. I wonder why Biafrans in the homeland have not held this man accountable. I wonder why he's still parading himself, whether he lives in Abuja, wherever he lives. We're supposed to lay our hand on this evil man before he kills us all. Before he gets to us, we need to make sure we hold him accountable. OT is gradually shifting his ground. At a time, he will behave like a Biafran sympathizer. Gradually, he's shifting to the center, just like Soludo. All these people, they are all evil. It's all about the politicking, the politics that they are playing, just to make sure that Biafra never exists. Because